Throughout 2021, we heard the news far too often of great names in the bodybuilding community that passed away. Anytime we hear of another fitness icon that has passed, it seems to tear away a piece of us that just can't be replaced. We just want to take a moment to pay our respects to those that have touched our lives in a special way. Number 7. Chris Dickerson, age 82. 2021 had been a very tough year for the fitness industry, as every month we were saddened by the loss of another bodybuilding legend. This time it was Mr. Olympia Chris Dickerson. He was the first African-American winner of the AAU Mr. America title and the first openly gay winner of the Olympia, which he won in 1982. He is also one of only 2 bodybuilders, along with Dexter Jackson, to win titles in both the Mr. Olympia and Masters Olympia competitions. Known for his symmetry and some of the best calves during his era, Dickerson passed away at the age of 82. Our thoughts go out to his family, friends, and fans. Here's what Canadian bodybuilding journalist Gary Bartlett had to say of the passing of Chris Dickerson. Today's news of Mr. Olympia Chris Dickerson's passing particularly hits me hard, as Chris was the first Mr. Olympia that I got to photograph and published in Muscle Mag. Chris was the ultimate gentleman, very humble, modest, and a true champion. By today's standards, his physique would be considered small, but his symmetry, round, full muscle bellies, and superb muscularity made him a worthy competitor and threat in every show he competed in. I witnessed Chris compete throughout his career and never seen him out of shape. He was all quality in both his physique and personality. His posing was magical, like a statue that suddenly came to life, gliding from one classic pose to another. Leaving us at 82, Chris now joins former Mr. Olympians Larry Scott, Shawn Rhoden, and Sergio Oliva. Chris, thanks for the many great memories. We will miss you. Number 6. Dave Draper, age 79. Known as the Blonde Bomber, Dave Draper passed away on the morning of November 30th, 2021, at the age of 79. Draper's wife, Larry Draper, confirmed his passing in a post on social media that day. "Hi friends, as the word's getting out, I wanted to let you know so there's no confusion. Dave passed away early this morning. I was with him and it was calm and peaceful. It, as his doctor told me a little while ago, was a good passing." Dave was an early starter to the sport of bodybuilding, beginning to train with makeshift weights as a kid. A Secaucus, New Jersey native, Draper won the Mr. New Jersey Bodybuilding Championship title at the age of 21. A short time later, he moved to Santa Monica, California, and began training alongside some of bodybuilding's greats at the Mecca of Gold's Gym. This led to a successful career in bodybuilding, earning even more titles, such as Mr. America, Mr. Universe, Mr. World, and a 4th-place finish at the 1967 Mr. Olympia. Dave Draper was an inspiration to millions of people all over the world, including me. He was one of my idols. Schwarzenegger74 wrote on Instagram, "In Austria, I kept his cover of Muscle Builder magazine on the wall above my bed for motivation, and when I saw him starring in Don't Make Waves, I thought, my dreams are possible." Dave's incredible physique earned him a role alongside starring actress Sharon Tate in the 1967 comedy Don't Make Waves. He was also the author of the book Brother Iron, Sister Steel. While he went on to 4 more books, this is recognized as his most famous published work. And of course, there are numerous bodybuilding and fitness magazines over the years you will find his face and physique gracing the covers of. Number 5. Rhonda Lee Quaresma, age 52. On November 26, 2021, after fighting colon cancer for 3 years, Canadian women's physique IFBB Pro Rhonda Lee Quaresma passed away at 52 years of age. Rhonda started her bodybuilding journey in Kingston, Ontario in 1989. She went on to win her IFBB Pro Card at the 1995 Canadian Nationals. Her IFBB Pro debut was at the Jan Tana Classic in 1998. Rhonda's last competition was the 2016 Ferrigno Legacy Pro Show, and then she retired from bodybuilding. In 2018, she went on to pursue a career as a personal trainer, acquiring certification by the Professional Personal Trainers Association. Rhonda's closest friends announced her passing on her personal Instagram account, sharing the following sentiments. "My dearest friend of 30 years passed away last evening after a 3-year battle with colon cancer. She spent the last few years living in California and simply loved it, but she was as Canadian as they come. Her father was native Canadian and her mother's side lived in Canada for generations. She touched so many people with her kindness, and she had this intrinsic ability to see people, really see them, and she took the time to understand them. It made for a great friend, one that I am blessed to have had for so many years. R.A.P. my sweet soul." Number 4. Shawn Rhoden, age 46. We just can't seem to comprehend the devastation the bodybuilding industry has been feeling from so many of our brothers and sisters in iron who have passed away in 2021. It just doesn't seem real to share the news that Muscle Insider cover model Shawn Flexitron Rhoden passed away from a heart attack at age 46. Rhoden first started competing as an amateur in 1992, eventually earning his IFBB Pro Card in 2009 at the IFBB North American Championships. Shawn went on to have a very successful competitive career, with his final competition being his greatest victory, when he beat out Phil Heath to win the 2018 Mr. Olympia title. With this victory, he became the oldest person to win the Mr. Olympia title at age 43. Sadly, Shawn is the fourth Mr. Olympia winner to have passed away. We first lost Sergio Oliva Sr. in 2012, Larry Scott passed in 2014, and Franco Colombo passed away in 2019. About 1 week prior to his passing, Shawn shared a series of pictures of his daughter Cora from Halloween to his personal Instagram account. In this post, he wrote, "Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away." Shawn continued with, "Every day you teach me something new, Princess. Sometimes I find myself scratching my head in amazement. You are wise beyond your 6 years, and always know just what to do to make your daddy smile or laugh. I am truly blessed and thankful." Our thoughts are with Shawn's family, friends, and millions of fans around the world. Number 3. George Debull Peterson, age 37. Less than 3 days before the 2021 Olympia weekend, one of the most popular stars of the 212 division tragically passed away. George Debull Peterson tragically lost his life on October 6th at the age of 37. Peterson was found lifeless in his hotel room earlier that day. No cause of passing had been announced. The news was confirmed by Olympia Productions in an Instagram post. Peterson was considered a top competitor in the 212 division. He qualified for the Olympia thanks to his third-place finish in 2020. Prior to competing in the 212, he was one of the more popular competitors in the Classic Physique division. The highlight of his career there was winning the Arnold Classic in 2019. He had placed in the top 3 at the Olympia in that division 3 straight seasons. Peterson is actually one of the few competitors to have won the same pro title in 2 classes. He was the Tampa Pro Classic Physique winner in 2017, and he won the 212 title in 2020. Number 2. George Butler, age 78. Pumping Iron filmmaker George Butler II passed away in 2021. Pumping Iron and Pumping Iron 2 helped popularize bodybuilding and weight training to the masses. Here's what Arnold had to say on the passing of George. "When I think about all of the people who were responsible for the growth of bodybuilding and the sport's crossover to the mainstream, 2 of the first people to come to mind are, without any doubt, George Butler and Charles Gaines. Pumping Iron, the book and the movie, drew the general public into our strange little niche sport and brought fitness and this Austrian with an unpronounceable name and a funny accent to the masses." Number 1. John Mountain Dog Meadows, age 49. It was extremely heartbreaking to share the news that John Mountain Dog Meadows passed away on August 8, 2021, at the age of 49. John, a wealth of information when it came to training and supplements. He suffered a heart attack in May of 2020, which was caused by blood clots. While he did have a lengthy stay in the hospital, he did recover and was released a short time later. While he was informed that a part of his heart wasn't working properly at the time, he did get back to training. Later in 2020, John coached Missy Truscott to her Fitness Olympia victory, as well as Shawn Clarita to a 212 Olympia title. John will be missed deeply. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.